I don't know if you can like see it, but I'm glimmering with sweat right now. The action of like carrying a vacuum up and down 3 flights of stairs really just didn't agree with my not at all hardy constitution, which you would think I would like think about because I knew I was gonna be filming this. And yet here we are. So if you see the sweat, just please ignore it. I don't even know how to start this video because, you know, this year's felt like we like stepped out of reality and we're existing in this like vacuum of badness and sadness and everything is awful all the time. So having like resolutions kind of feels a little bit dumb in a world where like hundreds of thousands of people have died in the last year. And we've seen massive protests, and there's been pretty much every natural catastrophe you can think of. This year's been really bad. Let's just get it out there. It sucked. This year sucked. But, and I like don't want to say this because I know that it's not true of everyone, but we made it. If you're watching this video, we made it. And not everyone made it, but we made it. And, you know, this year sucks, and that's really all there is to it. So I'm gonna do this video about my resolutions, and I'm gonna do talking about my next year resolutions, but we all know that like underlying this commentary is the knowledge that this year has been irrevocably just destructive for so many and completely rewritten like our narrative as a society. So I'm going to put a pin in that and like hopefully never come back to it because I find that repression is the best like path for everything. So we'll ignore it for a bit, but just know that you know and I know that this year we've seen a lot of death and a lot of pain and a lot of just, it felt like every day something new and horrible was happening. And if you're watching this video, that means that you survived all those awful things. And you know what? Congratulations, because this has been hard and we did it. Not everyone did it, but we did it. Pin in it, and we'll come back to it, maybe never. Okay, let's get started. So, let's talk about 2020 resolutions. I want to work on my knitting. I want to make all of my friends Christmas presents. Like, I want to have knitted them. I also want to learn how to crochet. That's one of my resolutions as well. Off to a great start. I did not knit any of my friends' Christmas presents. I think like when quarantine started, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have time to knit everything. And then I just didn't do it. So this resolution is being pushed to 2021. So I will, at some point, be knitting all my friends' Christmas presents. That point just didn't come this year. I tried to crochet video in the cards. It went horribly. I've heard since then that it's actually like quite easy and I just needed to like not freak out as much as I did. So I'll probably give it another try just because it feels like there's a lot more crochet patterns on Pinterest than there are knitting. So if anything, worth it for that. I want to keep working on my fluency in French. I want to reach a 365-day streak on Duolingo. I think I am, considering the fact that I've not been in a formal French class for a year, I think my fluency in French has really improved and is maintained, which is most important for me. And as of today, I have a 567-day Duolingo streak. So I'm more proud of that than I should be, but it's quite like an accomplishment for me. So that's something I'll be continuing in the new year. I'm gonna read 100 books this year. I, as of today, which is December 22nd, have read 137 books this year. That's a record for me. And it's certainly because I was escaping into fiction. I want to do yoga every day. I did not do yoga every day. I didn't even attempt to do yoga every day. It didn't even cross my mind. I forgot this resolution even existed. I also want to learn gymnastics. Gymnastics? Catherine, settle down. Who do you think you are? Because you're certainly not someone who does gymnastics. I'm going to be going vegan this year. Again? did not go vegan. Every year I'm like, I'd like to go vegan, and every year I continue to eat scrambled eggs. At this point, that is like pretty much my only barrier to veganism is eggs. I want to go to Pride this year. I've never been, and that's really weird to me. I'm gonna go to Pride, man. That's really sad. I was so excited at the potential of going to Pride this year, because it was gonna be my first Pride, and obviously Pride didn't happen. So again, I'll push this to next year. I'm graduating this year. I did graduate. I did it. I want to take a trip with my friends. So many of these goals are based around things that are like revolving me leaving the house, and I'd never thought about the potential of those things being taken, you know? So I did want to go on a trip with my friends, and now we're like gonna try and go 2021 if like the vaccine is like good. And I don't know, this year has really like shown everyone, or at least it's really shown me, like not to take for granted possibility and chance. It had never even occurred to me, the thought that I might not be able to do these things. I thought the only limit to them was going to be myself and what I was too afraid to do. But now that we live in a place where the limit is from the outside, that's like really switched up my mindset, and I'm interested to see how that impacts like everyone after COVID is over. Like I feel like I understand the 20s now, because they were like 1918 pandemic, and then they started like getting lit. So I hope that we get lit for a full decade, because we deserve it. I know that I'll be publishing my poetry collection in April. It is called My Ribs Hold Cosmos, and I cannot wait for everyone to get to see it. I did publish a poetry collection. I will link that in the description. Trigger warning for eating disorders, mental illness, stuff like that. But I'm quite proud of this. I published this back in March, right when quarantine was starting, and it feels a world away. So I kind of forgot that this happened this year, but this happened this year. I want to do a stop motion video this year. I did do a stop motion video this year. I covered When the Party's Over by Billie Eilish, and I did like stop motion over it. Link in the cards. Again, Catherine, please put these in the cards, otherwise you're just gonna look dumb. So now that that's done, I'm not even gonna evaluate whether that was a success for me, because to be quite frank, surviving to December of this year has been a success for everyone. So we're just going to move right on into 2021 and hopefully only think very fleetingly of 2020 for the rest of our lives. I would like to stop using Amazon entirely. This is something that I've been trying to do for ages, and it just has not, like, I need a solid cemented goal. So I'm going to stop supporting that. I'm going to be shopping at more, basically anywhere that's not Amazon or owned by Amazon. I'm trying to make a move away from Goodreads, but I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. So we'll see about that. I would like to subtitle all of my videos. This is a huge undertaking, but one that is very important, and honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed that I haven't done it before. So I'm going to make it a goal to try and subtitle a minimum of one video a week, plus subtitling all the videos that are going up as I make them. Get a job, Catherine. Get my TBR under 400 or at 400, whichever. Right now I've got like 600 books, I think, on my TBR on Goodreads, and frankly, that's just too much. It's simply too much. So I am gonna try and cut that down to 400 or below. Below is optimistic, but at 400, I feel like that's just enough. That's just enough. I want to get my EU citizenship, and I also want to get my TEFL certification, which is teaching English as a foreign language. I want to go to Miami, Florida, and see my friends down there. I miss them all dreadfully. And as soon as COVID's over or safe, I'm gonna go down there, even if I have to walk. I want to get into grad school this year for my master's. I want to read 100 books again this year. And I would also like to keep my Duolingo streak going, you know? You can do it. I am going to go to Pride this year, unless it's not safe, and then I won't go to Pride. But I want to go to Pride this year. And I also want to go on a trip with those friends that I mentioned that we didn't get to go on last year. Move out of the United States. Leave the US of A. So, That's a big one. That's a capital letter one. I want to have a birthday party, and I want to have a Halloween party. Again, given that it has to be safe to do so, but I miss people so much. Do at least some TEFL teaching. If I teach one class, I'll be pleased with that. I want to fully outline this comic that I've been working on for like 6 years, and also publish this novella. Catherine of Right Now knows the novella, but I don't want to like spoil ya or anything. So finish and publish that. I think that's everything. This has been the most like sad I've ever done the New Year's resolution video for obvious reasons. I don't know. It's just it's a weird time. It's a difficult time. And as my university has said in every email that they've sent out this whole year, we are living in unprecedented times. So I really hope you guys are okay. I really do. This is like, sorry to be so emo, but I really do care about every single one of you a lot. And I hope that you're okay. I hope your families are healthy and safe. I hope that you are happy. And I hope that 2021 is a better year for all of us, you know? Because it's what we deserve. So, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!